Well, there's a new show coming to the Travel Channel just in time for Halloween. It's called Destination Fear, and it may be the most terrifying road trip of all time. Look.
I had an idea, a psychological experiment, where I would test how terror affects the human mind, what it reveals about our true selves, and just how much of it a person can withstand. To understand the paranormal, first we need to overcome our fear. I'm leading us on a road trip to explore the most haunted, abandoned locations in all of America. Each night we'll separate and sleep alone. The catch is, I'm the only one who knows where we're going.
No? You wouldn't do
I
it?
thought my friends were scary. That's right. Destination Fear debuts on the Travel Channel on October 26th. Give it up for the 2 stars of the show and Minnesota natives, Dakota and Tanner.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start at the beginning and then we'll get into the nitty gritty. You guys grew up in Burnsville, right?
Lakeville.
Lakeville, okay.
Lakeville.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Differentville. Sorry,
Yeah, no worries.
Big difference.
And you guys started doing YouTube videos. Well, walk me through it. How did this start?
Well, me and Tanner, we met because our families were friends forever.
Yeah.
And we started a YouTube channel when I was 8 or 9. And we started posting videos. And by the time we got to high school, it was regular. Every week, that was our goal, 1 new short film every week. And we just tried to learn every week and just test ourselves, experiment. And that's kind of how we got into all of this is YouTube. And
bravo to you guys. I mean, that is seriously, that is fantastic.
Thank you.
That is perseverance. Okay, so you have the YouTube channel, and it's a success, but how do you go from that to this?
Well,
Yeah, well, I mean, going to different locations and abandoned locations, finding out the local ghost story of our town has always been kind of a passion. We would go into those places, kind of just explore. But then...
Is Lakeville that haunted?
well, Minnesota is very haunted.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Duluth has many spots that we want to hit. Hopefully,
Yes.
if we get another go at this, I would go to Duluth. But that was our hobby in high school and middle school. We didn't party. We were doing short films on the internet, and we would go urban exploring on the weekend, looking for the paranormal. And it was just a hobby. And
So we saw the intro there. Now let's get into the show. 'Cause
Yeah.
our executive producer Jeff looked at me and he goes, "Wait till you see the open." So the premise is pretty well laid out there. But you guys walk me through it. So you know where everyone's going.
Yes.
You do
I
not.
have no
No
clue.
idea.
I mean, that's the hard part about the show is me and Chelsea, who's also on the show, his
my sister.
Yeah.
We're just in the dark the whole entire time. I mean,
Literally and figuratively.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there's points in time where we don't even know what direction the RV is going.
they don't know what state. They knew we were starting in Tennessee, and that was it. And there's other catches too. We sleep alone every night. Everyone draws out of a hat.
Okay, wait. Okay, we got. Okay, so you get to a location.
Yep.
I love this stuff. Okay, so you get to a location. Like we're watching an episode right now. Where is this? Where is this? Do you
This is
remember?
episode 1. This is in Tennessee. The first episode, we go to Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. It's been abandoned for over 25 years. 10,000 people have died there. Yeah. And it's just brutal history.
Yeah.
So you arrive. You now see that you're at a penitentiary. What is going on in your mind at that moment?
The adrenaline's going, your heart is beating, and then you have to just go, wow, I am spending the next 12 hours inside this building. And then at the end of the night, I know that I'm going to be by myself.
4 hours at least every night we would be separated, sleeping alone. On the ground in sleeping bags.
Okay.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
So again, we're gonna walk. So you get inside this so you have the camera crew. You're walking around.
No camera crew.
No, it's just
us.
It's just us 4.
Yeah, just us 4.
No,
we self-documented the whole trip. We had a couple people, cameramen filming us, but it were our friends from high school who did our YouTube videos. So it didn't feel like a show. The whole thing, it was over a month on the road, didn't feel like a show for a second.
So you walk in, so you're examining, and we'll just focus on this first episode. So you walk in and you're exploring the penitentiary, and then at some point, you guys looked at each other. What? I don't want to ruin the show for people. Was it as creepy as you thought it was going to be? Let's start there.
It far exceeded the expectations because when I picked the locations for the trip, I picked all 10, and I wanted it to progressively get a lot scarier.
Yeah.
But this was a terrifying location, and we cried. Someone cried. I'm not gonna say who. One of us cried the first night, like bawling, and
bawling, not just a little boo-hoo.
maybe not close to bawling, and it turned out to be a lot scarier night. It was the first one of the road trip, and it kind of shocked us. We're like, what are we in for? This is night 1 of 10.
It set a high bar for the first night.
Does your sister hate you?
You'll see. There's many things with this show that there's lots of challenges with fear, and we're sleeping alone. They don't know where they're going, but there's other things. Throughout the season, I had a few ideas that even pushed the boundaries and the limits even more, and those are the moments she hated me. Yeah.
Tanner's like,
yeah.
Well, let's do this. They're gonna stick around. We haven't even gotten to the sleeping part, so they're gonna stick around. Destination Fear, more conversation when we come back. Okay, let's get back into it. So you explore the facility. Take us to the first night that you're by yourselves.
Okay, so usually we'll do a walkthrough as a group, us, me, myself, my sister, Tanner, and then our buddy Alex, and we'll do a group walkthrough, get our lay of the land, and then we'll find the spots that we think are the creepiest. Maybe we'll revisit them. But then about 4 to 5 hours left in the night, we as a group will agree on the 4 scariest parts. And so the first location next week's episode is there are multiple buildings to this place, so everyone's sleeping in a different building. And then we draw out of a hat. It's as simple as that. We write it on a piece of paper, draw out of a hat, and that's where you go for the next 4 hours with your sleeping bag and your 2 cameras.
And all you can talk with other people is a walkie-talkie.
And we tried to make it so don't use it unless it's an emergency, because it scares you.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden you're sitting there trying to sleep and someone's like, "Hey, Dakota," there's several moments in this season that's how we got so it's just lots of that.
Because we were talking about when you hear 4 hours, you think, oh, it doesn't sound like a long time. It is a long time when you're by yourself and you are in the dark. And we were saying, also, it's not just the fear of a ghost or whatever, but you're on the ground in a sleeping bag.
Yeah, lots of spiders. We had lots of encounters with wildlife.
Bats everywhere.
Episode 1, you'll see, there's a very interesting wildlife encounter right away.
Yeah.
And
I love how you refer to it as wildlife encounter.
It became a theme.
Yeah.
And the scariest part about it, though, honestly, is that because it's 4 hours, 5 hours of sleeping alone, but before that, it's 8 to 9 hours of in the building, and so you have these terrifying encounters, and you build up. You think you're safe. You're with the group. You're scared from what had happened earlier, but now you're gonna go sleep alone, and it's terrible. It's so terrible.
You said as the season goes on, and you'll see. Tell everyone, because watch this first episode. But what's episodes 5, 6? It's like a roller. It's like a downhill.
Well,
it just gets.
Part of this show is it's continuous. So it wasn't like we did this a little over a month, 1 road trip, 10 locations, and you'll see the difference. Like episode 1, we're full of light, we're happy, and by 10, it's depressing. It's scary. You'll see character change, but episode 1's October 26th.
Yeah. We'll talk about your mental state again, because you guys look like happy guys.
Yeah.
Probably stopping at the Super America to get little beef sticks and things, and then
beef sticks.
I don't know. But then where were you mentally by the end?
By the end of it, you're rethinking a whole lot of. You're hearing all these different ghost stories. You're hearing about the dark history, and then you go into these buildings yourself, and all of a sudden all the stories are turning out to be true, or they're happening to you. So it reconfirms a lot of things, and then you start psyching yourself out. You're in a dark place by yourself, and you're hoping your walkie-talkie battery is still working so you can talk to your friend.
Y'all better check those batteries before ever.
Exactly.
This isn't giving anything away, but I think it'll encourage people to watch at various points. Difficult for whatever reason, most difficult episode for each of you, or each destination for whatever reason?
I think night 3, Sweet Springs Sanatorium, was one of the scariest for me.
I've never seen you this distraught.
I yelled louder than I would at a Vikings game.
Yeah.
It was just, I was screaming. I thought I heard, it was so audible.
You heard it.
I heard audible voices, and it was so loud that I started walking everybody. I said, "Hey, maybe we should stop filming. I think there's people inside." And then we had to figure out if there's people inside. We did a clean sweep, and there wasn't a single soul on the property.
Wait till you hear what he heard. It is so creepy. It sounds like something's taunting him.
Yeah, I can't even explain it.
Yeah. Honestly,
okay, as much as I would never do this, I love this stuff, and I can't wait to watch. And you guys, this is going to be a huge hit. And thank you guys for coming.
No, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So, October 26th.
October 26th, everybody.
Travel
Travel Channel. Check your local listings. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. Look for Travel Channel, October 26th.